left side you can notice the construction detail, the wall is shown in red and then there is a spacer, and that is the airspace we are talking of. So, you just do not have to apply your plywood right onto the wall, there needs to be a gap or a space which will work in the case of a recording studio. So, it is important to understand that such kind of treatments are required, such kind of treatments are the best let us say beds for a recording studio situation. So, acoustical transparent surfaces, the soft porous materials of sound absorbing nature may be covered with perforated metals or other materials to act as physical protection as well as stiffeners. These coverings are generally acoustically transparent. So, there is one more type of material which is widely used, you must have observed. Even Hessian cloth for example is a good damper at certain situations. So, these are transparent surfaces. Whenever you need acoustically transparent surfaces, such kind of situations demand this intervention. There are many absorptive materials required. If you remember, there I told you about the ABC. A stands for absorb. So, now we are moving on to absorptive materials. So, why absorptive materials? They change the room reverberation characteristics, they correct the noise from distributed sources, and they help in sound correction in spaces with hard surfaces and little absorptive content. So, let us see the applications. Amongst the absorptive materials, the foremost and the chief ones which we use every day are acoustical tiles. So, on the left side visual in the ceiling you can notice the acoustical tiles in place, and on the right side visual you can see the acoustical tiles on the wall even. This is a committee room or a conference room situation, and look how it adds to the aesthetics and the glamour as well as the architectural interiors of that space. So, it is all the ingenuity of the architect how to use these acoustic materials, available in size of 12 into 12 and even 4 feet by 8 feet, up to means 4 feet by 8 feet, huge variety of pattern and finishes, and they are fire rated also. The acoustic materials are coming in fire rating of 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours even. So, the price of course is dependent upon its fire rating. These are the acoustical tiles and how they are hung. These visuals are showing the installation methods. You have to nail it, and then there is certain base work which has to be done. On that the panels are to be fitted and fixed. So, next is perforated metal face units. These are also very elementary, you must have observed at many places, available in same size of 1 feet by 2 feet, and even in larger dimensions you could get these. They fill material in either wrapped mineral wool or fiberglass. So, this is one of the best materials and cheapest materials for absorption of sound. The metal finish is generally baked enamel and available in a range of colors. Next one is this is again the application of perforated metal face units. It is a stadium kind of situation with the porch or the lobby area, where lot of in the stadium lot of noise is going to happen because of cheering. So, all those who are sitting here, maybe the reporters, they need to be shielded off. So, then you use perforated metal face units in such a situation. The third is acoustic panels. They are made of treated wood fibers bonded with an inorganic cement binder, again available 1 feet by 2 feet and up to 2 feet by 10 feet. Thickness is from 1 to 3 inches. You have the construction detail on the right side. So, this is a little bit costly kind of affair. It depends upon the interior decor you want to give, but these acoustic panels are also one of the solutions for absorbing sound. These are the applications of the acoustic panels. You can see you have to put your mind into it, how to do it aesthetically in an interior situation. There is something called acoustical plaster. Now, this comprises a plaster type base into which is introduced fibrous or light aggregate, useful in application in curved and other non-linear surfaces, because with the other kind of tiles and all it is not possible. The visual on the left side top is showing the application of acoustic plaster, and you can see a bag of acoustic plaster shown in the visual on the right side. So, these kind of you have to have a thickness of about 1.5 inches to be able to achieve the absorption required. So, there are intricate kind of calculations which go on into producing good results. Slowly by experience you will learn as students of architecture. It is a very complex thing, and the worst part is that architects are not even exposed to this kind of knowledge, and they think it is someone else's domain. But tell me, who else would do it? The civil engineers themselves are really ignorant about such issues. So, tomorrow if you go on to become an expert in this area, you will be much in demand. If you are one of the few who delve or go into this domain and learn and try to get yourself educated in acoustics, you are certainly going to be in demand. There are very few professionals who can guide the architects, and for very big projects, of course, you can understand the importance. Obviously, you will have to get the acoustics done by a proper professionals, and I hope you could be contributing to that extent even tomorrow as architects. So, this is the application of acoustic plaster. So, as you can see, this bag on the right side is powder. So, you add water, and then we have some amount of time left. I will try to rush through. The acoustic materials, then also sound blocks are available. So, this is a block, and the visual on the right side is showing how it is absorbing the sound from the source. So, more than a single surface exposed to impinging sound. Now, look at how fantastic this visual on the left side, wall panels. They consist of wood or metal backing on which is mounted a mineral fiber or fiberglass substrate and a fabric covering. The NRC coefficient varies from 0.5 to 0.85. Now, the important point why I put up this visual on the left side is to understand, one, it has given us a very good aesthetic interior, and secondly, it's performing the function of a absorbing panel. So, very interesting according to me, and as students of architecture we should take note that these are the ways and means how we can employ wall panels for interior design as well as acoustic reasons. Okay, wall panels again in different office situations. So, before the application of wall panels, the loud areas are shown in red and the quiet areas shown in blue. The corridors are, let us say in this open office plan, corridors are a little bit bluish, means quiet, but when people are sitting at a particular place, there is a sofa or a lounge, there is loud. So, with the application of wall panels, then you can create quietness. So, there is a fabrics happening there, and then there is the next thing, resonator sound absorbers. Look at this is the solution. Look at the ceiling. So, there are resonator sound absorbers which help in absorbing sound. This is the detail of a 3D of a acoustic sound absorber. This is how it is hung from the ceiling. Then you can have a more look at it on the internet, but these are interesting solutions for absorbing. So, let us also be clear that carpeting and drapery to a great extent help us in our acoustics in interiors. The kind of curtains, their thickness, the kind of carpets we have, these all are very important things which have to be understood and applied for curtailing unwanted noise. So, then there is a barrier mass we will talk of, that we can shield the building by a boundary wall or maybe a acoustic shadow. So, this is called barrier mass sound absorber made on the site level, so that they can interrupt the sound waves coming from far away. So, this is outside the building, it may be a wall or a earthen berm. For example, if your house is next to the main road, then you need to do something with your boundary wall which can help you, and you need to do something on your outer facade which can help you to sleep peacefully at night and not get disturbed by the noise happening on the road. So, there is something called silent screen panels. We also have vista panels, how wonderful. So, there are certain kind of panels which give you a view also, and at the same time also help in absorbing sound. These are called vista panels. Now, let us we are moving towards the end of today's presentation. Let us look at acoustic material applications in office buildings. So, in office building acoustics, the question always is what proportion of the sound reaches the other side of the partition in consideration. Just as we shown in that a lady sitting on, let us say, the graphic with someone sitting on the left, someone on the right. So, how do you control? So, when planning the acoustic office, sound absorbers can be used in a variety of places in the room. Sound absorbers for the design of ceiling, for design of walls, for floor covering, and for integrating into the furniture, that is the partitions, for example. Now, this few visuals are exhibiting how office buildings can be done, and unwanted noise can be curtailed. Look how innovative, and from an interior design standpoint, how very interesting such solutions have been devised. So, these are on the walls, you can say sound absorbance for the design of walls, how interesting. I must really compliment the architects who thought of this with the wide variety of colors, and this is the carpet and the floor covering, how it helps, and integrated into the furniture, for example. So, in auditoriums, like we have auditoriums for speech and for music, the requirement is that you need absolute clarity of sound. So, the ceilings and the walls, as I was telling you, and the fabric on the furniture also, these all are very important things which are going to help us achieve the acoustics of that particular auditorium. So, at airports now there is sound happening from outside. So, what we can do is, what is the problem? People are exposed to jet noise, and then this has increased risk of stroke, even heart stroke, high blood pressure, heart disease. So, people living close to airports tend to suffer from psychological illness too. So, what do you do that at the airport? Now, look at the visual on the right side bottom. So, there is some sort of screen. So, you can screen your airports from noise for the buildings which are in the vicinity. In hospitals again, like it is very important that you have certain sort of absorbing materials. In commercial buildings, just like malls, again there is a requirement. So, the interiors are all designed in such a way to curtail the noise, block the noise. For example, in a call center situation where multiple employees are attending to multiple calls, is very important. It is just almost like a recording studio kind of situation. So, although they are sitting very close by, still they have to be very distinct in their talk. So, this is in educational buildings I was talking, the lecture halls, the inside. So, thank you dear students. I think you have learned a thing or two about acoustics and acoustical materials today. Bye bye.